as we get ready for the face-off. First face-off, ground ball. Ground ball, the #1 key for a John Danowski coach team. And he immediately said he's hoping to get a victory so he can attend. As coming into the game for Duke is Andrew McAdory, who is on the ACC preseason players to watch. Loose ball picked up, and Luke Graham, number 91. I do want to point out that Nolan Hudnut normally wears number 45, but he forgot his jersey, so Hudnut's wearing number 50 in the cage for Bellarmine. And it's Hudnut who makes the first big save of the game, as he's a sophomore from the state of New York. Duke in their home whites to start the 2025 season. Bellarmine in, I guess what I would call a maroon. Again, I feel like the Knights faithful would know more. There's a shot and a fire in the first goal of the 2025 season coming from Brennan. They'll start coverage on ESPN, of course, all day long on game day as well. And then here at Koskinen, home to the men's and women's soccer teams and the men's and women's lacrosse teams. That's a big-time save coming for Duke, as it's Patrick Jameson, the sophomore from Episcopal High School out of Pennsylvania. He's going to play that. A good look at it. It's backed up by Duke. Shot clock set at 50. McAdory. And it's low and in. And a goal coming from Max Sloat. So Max Sloat. Bellarmine looking for options behind the cage. Shot clock down to 13 and low and in. That's an excellent individual effort there by Brandon Boyle, the junior from Laytonsville, Maryland, and Bellarmine from Maryland. Molliver, good pass. Pushed down on the shot was Luke Graham, the grad student transfer from Richmond, so Bellarmine will head the other way. Ben Johnston. Those are the two goal scorers for Duke in this 2-1 lead to open the 2025 season. Duke Blue Devils, Bellarmine Knights. There's another crank and another finish in the second goal for the Duke Blue Devils, Ben Johnston. So Johnston's got 2 already, and it's Duke 3, Bellarmine 1. Along with his teammates Patrick Jameson and Andrew McAdory on the preseason All-ACC watch list, as looking for another goal, running straight downhill is Duke's 33, and it's put in there by Ben McCarthy, the freshman. So McCarthy, who comes in as a face-off specialist, has scored his first lose a game that same day. So he's hoping to get a win here and then be greeted by smiles at Cameron Indoor. Of course, Duke heavily favored in that rivalry matchup against the Tar Heels, and a good turn, a good spin, as we've seen a very good day so far from Eric Molliver. And now it's 5-1. 3 consecutive whistles as they get set. Now they will go for it, and when they do, Duke has found a way to run with it and score. So we saw McCarthy do it. Now we see Cal Gerard do it. Win the face-off, run straight downhill, and put it in the cage. And Duke pulling away 6-1 here.
That is Cal's first.
So Duke, you would think, would hold for the last shot. 30 seconds. Now they're going to go ahead and go for it if they find an easy one, and they did find an easy one. And it's coming right in. Luke Graham with an easy feed from behind the cage, and great stick work. Gets it over to McGuire. Now on it is Johnston, who's got 2. The only player with more than 1 goal, looking for 3, and he's got it. So Ben Johnston, the sophomore, with a hat trick, and it's 8-1 Duke.
Third goal. We call that a hat trick, kids.
Duke. Good passing, plenty of time. 30 seconds left on the shot clock as Cusolito had it for a moment. Low, down, and in.
Blue Devils go.
And it's Chris Cusolito who
This time
has scored it.
32.
Into the stick of Sloat. Sloat with the goal number 2. Wow, what a dodge, and then what a finish. Sidewinder, transfer Luke Graham from Richmond. So he's got 2. Whistle called against Grant Guthrie, the junior. Ground ball, long stick, picked up by Bellarmine. Long stick in a little bit of trouble. Good pressure, making the clear difficult. A phenomenal play coming from Matt Curtin. This is Ezra Moore as he'll give it to Ryan Wyrick. With his team facing a massive deficit. Low and handled again by Jamison, who's having himself a pretty good game in the cage. Game number 1 of the season. 4 saves already for Jamison. Duke on the quick clear, keeps it low and scores. Running it in is for Duke, Luke Warrington, the freshman, Carmel, Indiana, and everybody's getting involved. Big time freshman class. The transfer from Maryland has made an impact on this game. Big lead, Duke can take their time. Good extra pass, right front. And so easy for Moliver, who looks to be the real deal. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist, and it's 12-1 Duke over Bellarmine. The average margin of victory for Duke in the 4 meetings against Bellarmine, and they already have it here with 9 minutes still remaining in the first half. Here's Duke with another great pass and another great finish, and a couple push-ups as well. Assistant coach Kevin Unterstein from Hofstra also on the coaching staff. Duke on defense. So it'll be our first real look at the freshman goalie, who is ready. Extra pass, little dodge, oh my! A highlight reel to start here for the Duke Blue Devils. Unbelievable moves and an up in the second, and with 1:50 remaining in the second, it's Duke 14, Bellarmine 1. Hat tricks from Johnson and Moliver. And Bellarmine gets on the board with a 2-player advantage, so give the Knights credit as the goal coming for Bellarmine from number 22, Sam Boylston.
Bellarmine goal scored by number 23, John Alley.
John Alley, busy day at Duke. There's a ton of lacrosse going on with the youngsters. When we drove in this morning around 10 a.m., there's this game, and there's also the big men's basketball game. Matt McCullough, our executive producer, Dean Linke with you here as Duke running downhill and picked right up where they left off as a goal coming from Aiden McGuire, the sophomore. So McGuire
23, Aiden McGuire
has scored. 46 left here in the third. 30 shots to just 15 for Bellarmine. Half of those 30 shots have found the back of the cage for Duke. There's another good pass and walking one in and then taken down. Wow. So it looked like he was tripped up. We won't have a replay of it, but I'm pretty sure it was 31 Jackson Campograham. And Duke has it again. So with the score 16-2. Duke got 7 in the first, 7 in the second.
I missed it, my bad. It was scored by number 91,
pass
Luke
and
Grant.
another goal scored for Duke.
And now we have another one,
the assist
scored by
coming.
number 0, Eric Moliver.
31, Graham Blake finding Eric Moliver. As Moliver downhill dodge coming from Bellarmine. They play it back. It's Kohut. Now Moore behind the cage, spin. Tried to use the screen as well, just defended perfectly by Duke. Their defense has been amazing. Picked back up by Bellarmine and stopped there from close range. And then finished though by Bellarmine. The stop was first made by Buck Cunningham, and then as he ran out, left the cage open, it was turned over. Picked up by Bellarmine. It's the long stick work of Duke. It's Charlie Johnson, sophomore. Relatively new defense, but John Danowski, talking to him yesterday, he likes the way they've developed, and there's a good shot. And he bounce it in, it's going to work. And Mac Christmas.
Scored by number 37, Mac Christmas.
Mac Christmas, the sophomore. Blue Devils lost their first game of the season in 2020, falling to Air Force 14-13. Duke is 9-1 in season openers against unranked opponents since 2007. Ground ball picked up and finished by Duke is everything going the right way. Jackson Spells. Picked up a face-off and ran straight downhill and scored. Now a long stick shot. Why not? Everybody getting into it. That's Cole Kraus, the grad student. Now the clearance as good opportunity for a quick shot here from Bellarmine. Let's see if they can get it. They can't. As it's picked up again by Duke. Buck Cunningham, number 77. Makes you wonder with Cunningham coming in now. Behind the cage, McAdory. McAdory gives it up and fire, smoke, goal. Max Sloat gives Duke 20. It's 20-3 Blue Devils. Duke. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the third. Another long distance shot, read by Hudnut that time. It's 30, the game day crew's in town. But not so much, as it's been pretty much all Duke. But here's a good goal coming from Bellarmine, sneaking it through as the goal coming from John Alley. The grad student, is the third goalie now to get into this game with a 20-4 lead here. Another face-off won by Duke. Quick shot and smoked in by the Duke Blue Devils. Absolute rocket shot. 7th team in the country. Warrington gives it up. Now behind the cage is Glavin. And a finish there coming in. And pumping the fist there. It's Ian Dykes, another freshman.
Scored by number 12, Ian Dykes.
Well, guess what, folks? The face-off we go to start the fourth quarter. Duke men's lacrosse starting the 2025 campaign at home against Bellarmine out of Louisville, and they lead it as we enter the fourth 22-4. Just an absolute clinic. As you got to figure Coach Danowski for Duke and even Andrew Whitley for Bellarmine will go to their bench heavy here. They have 20 of 24. They've caused 12 of the 19 turnovers for Bellarmine. It's a complete performance. And a save now for goalkeeper number 3 for John Danowski. Evan Barr gets in on it. He's got his first save. And goals from Dykes, McLean, McGuire, Blake, Cusolito, Warrington, McCarthy, Christmas, and Gerard. 22 goals. And looking for 23, kept low and in. Bouncing it in, Liam McLean, the senior.
Goal scored by number 16, Liam McLean.
Second, what a great family he comes from. 12 minutes remaining. 23-4. Duke has it again. As Duke starting to get more dominant in the face-offs, and they get more dominant again by adding another little sidewinder shot for Duke, coming from 26, Reed Landon, the senior from Dallas, Texas, in the Episcopal School of Dallas. And you can't look down for a second because Duke is shooting and scoring again. And I'm not quite sure how Hudnut and the defense denied them. But Duke still with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Approaching 9 minutes remaining in the game. 25-4 is the lead. Shot clock at 10. Stepping into it was McKenzie, stepped back out of it, and another goal coming as sliding over is Reed Landon, senior from Dallas, Texas.
Reed Landon.
26-4. Another hat trick though from Johnson. Sloat's got 2. Kirsch's has 1 and 1. McAdory with 3 helpers. As McAdory came in just 13 goals away from 100. And he may not care if he gets to 100. If he's helping his other teammates get the goals, all is good in Duke land here, as somehow didn't, because obviously it won't be easy sledding once the ACC season starts. Duke picked to finish 4th out of 5. Of course, Notre Dame, that one deflected and sneaks by. It looks like the deflection will, I think, allow them to give probably one too many stick fakes. Probably needed to shoot it after like his first 2. There is a foul, and then there's the finish. Good job by Blaemeyers to stick with it, and he gets the goal. Great pass from Ty Washington as well.
53, Michael Blaemeyers.
Looks like a team that could win the game by 20. I doubt it'll be that big. You never know though. Duke, man, I've been impressed with them. They look really good. So their men's lacrosse team looks pretty good as well. Not a bad time to be a Duke Blue Devil. .30 seconds remaining. Bellarmine trying one more time. Right in front, and they do finish. And they even kind of style pose after that last one, sent back in, and that'll do it. A dominant performance from the number 7 team in the country, Duke, with 26 goals, Bellarmine with 7. Duke led by Malivers, 4 goals and 2 assists. Johnson and Graham had hat tricks. Sloat had 2 goals and 1 assist, and McAdory with 3 helpers as well. For the incredible people at Duke, including Chad Lampman and Will Black.